In motion, Slayton. On first down, it's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Herbert off of play action. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Home troops right. Let's go, let's go.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
59, 59.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Ready.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes third down at 7. Here's Levis. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hey, Ray. 21.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Ready.
Eckler. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
Go.
From the 44, Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now they'll audible to something else.
21.
Herbert on third down now. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle in the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third and short, it's Levis. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now left side on the swing pass. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here is 3rd and 5.
Home troops right. Hey, Ray.
Herbert running left off the option. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punt. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match up?
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Levis sets up to throw here. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Levis to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Levis. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Up the gut, McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Levis. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. With these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert changing things up.
Hey, go Lion.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a give running left is Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Herbert to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Weaver. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
59, 59. Hey, Kappa.
Herbert going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Baylor Tigers. Ray.
First throw in overtime for Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Whoa. Ready.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. On the option, here's Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Let's go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Herbert going to change the play here.
Hey, easy. Go orange. 59.
Now Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Levis. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. A gut-wrenching moment, but he's able to bang it through from long distance. And they match an earlier OT field goal with one of their own. Just a big-time kick there from a big-time kicker.
I like how you use big-time because we usually say that about position players, don't we? Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Well, that goes for kickers as well. And guess what? We're on to sudden death now.
The Charger drive about to get going. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Buying time to his left. Herbert has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football.